name is Philip Beck-in, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. It is the second day of Hanukkah. Second night of Hanukkah. Second day of Hanukkah. Depends when you look at it. That's why down here, hopefully, I have 2 little candles and 1 big candle burning. If you want to know why that is, go and check out my Geek's Guide to the Hanukkah, the story that you never heard before, or something like that. I can't remember what I called it. I have been watching, because it is a fantastic TV season. It is Christmas, which you get the best TV. I've been watching A Christmas Carol, adapted by Stephen Knight, who did Peaky Blinders and Taboo. And this is freaking brilliant. It is off the charts fantastic. This is, I think, going to be an all-time classic. And I think it's far better than both Peaky Blinders and Taboo. And perhaps even, what's the other movie he did? He did a movie with Tom Hardy called Lock. Entirely set inside his car when he's on speakerphone. Freaking brilliant movie. This is better than all of them. So what's so great about this is a lot of things. Firstly, it's incredibly reverent and accurate to Dickens' original story. You know, I think it follows it. Doesn't even just follow it beat by beat. What it does something that I've never seen before. It makes it a genuine contemporary horror, which I think is what Dickens intended it to be, and it's with genuinely scary. It's absolutely fantastic. So, and it's very, very, very contemporary as well, without betraying the essence of the source material. You know, people keep saying, you got to make things relevant. You got to make things relevant. Yes, you got to make things relevant, but you've also got to make it, which this does. But you've also got to make it so it's representative of the thing that you're trying to do. If it's just relevant, you know, and it's not representative of it, you know, then it's going to be, what's the word? It won't be. It'll be fleeting. It'll be gone in 10 seconds. This is a classic that I think people can rewatch for years to come. I'm halfway through it right now. It was on in America on FX, which I pay for a subscription, but I live in Israel, so I can't really get stuff so easily. So I illegally download it, but I don't feel I'm stealing it because I'm actually paying for it as well. So they did it. They did all 3 episodes as one 3-hour movie in America. In England, they're doing it in 3 segments, three episodes. I'm halfway through it, so I'm halfway through episode 2, and again, freaking awesome! Oh my god, so good. Okay, so I'm not going to do any plot spoilers, but I think you can't spoil something made in 1843? You know, so I think everybody knows the plot of A Christmas Carol. If not, go watch Scrooge, the greatest retelling of A Christmas Carol ever. Maybe, but this is the most fun one anyway. And if you don't want to see that, go watch A Muppets Christmas Carol, an equally fantastic retelling of A Christmas Carol. But this one goes really to the heart of what I feel Dickens' intention was. Okay, so what makes this so good and what makes it so relatable? There's a scene towards the beginning where you see Jacob Marley's grave. Jacob Marley was Scrooge's equally evil business partner. And it's again famous in the story of Christmas Carol. Jacob Marley shows up and says, "Scrooge, you must repent now." And he's covered in chains, and none of it's scary. You know, none of it is all very kitschy. This is scary. This is really scary. So you got Jacob Marley's grave, and then this little, is it a boy? I can't remember. Somebody's taking a piss on the grave, right? It says, "Screw you, Marley," because he was a horrible, nasty person. But then you go down into the grave, like I'm 6 feet under, and you see Jacob Marley there, played by Stephen Graham. Stephen Graham, just a national treasure. Fantastic, fantastic actor. I first saw him in, This Is England, playing the quasi-villain. And then he was in more of the TV show, What Was England, eventually getting redeemed. Just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece of filmmaking. This Is England. What else has he also been in? He played in Bulldog Empire. He was Al Capone. Yeah, yes, a really good actor, Stephen Graham. So he's in the grave. He's got the 2 pennants on his eyes. You know, he's got hands crossed on him like he's in the grave. And you see the piss coming down and dribbling on his face. And he's got his eyes open, and he's starts to wake him up. It's like, oh! He pulls the pennants off and says, "God, I get some bloody peace." And so you realise this is his purgatory. He's been trapped inside that coffin in a living death since he's been buried for a year. So eventually he breaks after a while and says, is there any way to get repentance? And that's when things getting scary for him. He gets what happens? He gets like his coffin gets dug out from beneath him and taken down to the ninth pit of hell, where he gets chains. Chains are made from all the people. Each link of a chain is somebody who's died in his workhouse. They died because of the shoddy conditions that he was in. And he puts us on, and he's basically being chased for all time, which is actually from a Kabbalistic point of view, that's actually the worst thing that can happen to you. There's something called Copper Cower, which is you don't get into hell. Yeah, in Jewish philosophy, in Christian philosophy you have Earth is in the middle, like Earth is in the middle. Below us is hell, and above us is heaven. In Jewish, that's Christian philosophy. In Jewish philosophy, you have Earth is at the bottom, and then above us is hell, and above that is heaven. Because Earth is the only place that one could think that the only Earth is the only place where it's possible to be an atheist. So it's the most darkness is in Earth in Jewish philosophy. Above us is hell. But if you're too bad to even get to hell, the point of hell is to clean one's soul of all the misdeeds that we've done, so we can live in heaven. This is a very simplified baby version of what happens when you die. But the worst fate is you're not even allowed into hell, and your soul is chased forever by these demons that are from the misdeeds that you have committed in life. And apparently the only respite from that is to be demonic possession, to take possession of someone. And really weird thing, the way you get rid of a demonic possession. I first heard a recording of this from the 90s. It was the last recording one. Is you just shouted it a lot, and you say these like special weird Kabbalistic prayers, and then there's supposed to be a little explosion in the big toe, where the soul is forced out from. Which apparently happened. I wasn't there at the time, but anyway, I digress. So what the first episode does is demonstrate the true horror of Marlin's fate, of how he's like being chased around. He can't find redemption until his living partner Scrooge finds redemption. At the same time, Scrooge, played by Guy Pearce, fantastically played by Guy Pearce. They just make him into being a very, very, very real three-dimensional utter bastard. So you got who was it? Joe Alwyn, I think. I should look at the cast. 1 second. Joe Alwyn plays Bob Cratchit, and he even make Tiny Tim like relatable and cute, and that your heart like goes out to him. It's incredible. This production is just both incredibly real and incredibly, it's genuinely scary. You know where it is on the scary stakes? If you ever seen the 1970s show, the Hammer House of Horror, Hammer House of Horror, something like that. It was a TV show of Hammer horror stories, that like an hour long each, and they weren't particularly like gruesome, but they weren't so far away from the horror of the cinema of that time. So this is kind of the same. It's not like I mean, it's PG-13, but it's like all this like real psychological scares. And then you have Andy Serkis in it playing the ghost. Is it the Ghost of Christmas Past? And that's basically where I got up to now. Where you're seeing you're seeing Scrooge's early life, and you're seeing what made him into the person that he is. And I think that's what makes it so three-dimensional and believable. And you see his father. I do get the feeling the part of the father was written by Tom Hardy, but Tom Hardy was unavailable because it's a very Tom Hardy-esque role. And yeah, again, that's basically where I'm up to right now. So I can't recommend this strongly enough. This one is a strong recommend. I'm hopefully going to finish it tonight. I might actually start on what's the other thing I wanted to see tonight. There's I got more of the Expanse to watch, but I really got to start watching The Witcher, even though I hear it's not very good. I don't know. Listen, I honestly, I've never played The Witcher. I've never read the books. Don't know anything about it. But I listen. They put money into doing a genre show. I think it's only polite for me to watch. But this is a show that I would recommend everybody watching. A Christmas Carol. on FX in the US, on BBC in the UK. I don't know where you'll find it anywhere else. BitTorrent's always a good place. I think you can find pretty much everything there. I really recommend it. Really, I like outstanding. What's it? Outstanding? Standing? No, I would give them all a standing applause. They've really done a fantastic job. My name is Phelan Becken, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Please let me know what you think. Leave a comment, like, share. If you could share this on your social media, that would be fantastic for me. The more it gets shared, the more it gets seen. The more it gets seen, the more I get onto the YouTube algorithm, and then I just got to start competing to get noticed above like these big multinational companies that YouTube likes to favor. I don't know why, but if you could do any of that for me, that would be fantastic. A simple like, if nothing else, would also be fantastic. My name is Phelan Becken, the Rabbi from Another Planet. Have a fantastic day, and happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and good tidings for us all.